Guys, the flood tent survived the flood. Guess it really lives up to its name now. Needs a bit of work up the back to hold it back down, but overall it's held up strong, no damage. It's done well. Smells very muddy, but that's to be expected. But now that the waters have gotten down low enough, I can sit here. I think I can take some time to take a breather and relax now. It's been about 5 hours since the ending of last episode, and already we've seen quite a gradual decrease in the water levels. Other areas are still a bit higher than others, but that's just due to water flowing through those parts from other areas. But right here where I am, I'm looking to be in the clear at the moment. Alright, so currently this is how things are looking and what I'm faced with. As for the flood tent, it's okay, it survived. It's got a lovely creekside view right here. The creek is pretty much still right there, so right next to this thing. But yeah, we can get a bit more of an idea of what's going on the other side now. We can see a bit more of the tents, and so far so good from what I'm seeing. Not seeing any immediate damage. Now as we come out here, we can look at the back. That's kind of what it's looking like, which is what I expected. So yeah, a bit of work needs to be done at the back, but flood tent, it's holding up. The campsite, it's still got a bit of water in it. You can see it's all come rushing through here, and it's still clearing out down this end. This end's still quite a mess. As you can see, as we come through, there's still quite a bit of water built up, but the gate's starting to become visible now. See all this through here, and what we can also see is our flood chair has survived. Bit tilted, but okay. The chain has snapped, but it's all still there. Don't know about the rope, however. And flood tent 2 is still here. That thing really survived. Huh. We can also get now a pretty clear look at how things are looking over here. You see, everything seems to still be held up on that side. Which is good news. This has come down. Guessing that was due to water buildup. And there's quite a lot of logs that seem to be coming along the path here, so got to keep that in mind as well. The door is held up. Seems everything has survived. And it doesn't look like, I don't know, I'm trying to decide whether the water actually did manage to break the encampment, but that chair's still there. So there's a chance that just maybe it just missed. So that means there's a chance that the water didn't actually reach the encampment at all. I don't know how, considering how high it got. It theoretically should have burst right through, but maybe we got lucky. Maybe we just scraped it. Now the biggest question is, are my signs still there that were on that tree? Because I don't know. I really hope they managed to make it somehow. It was a bit hard to tell. You couldn't really tell at night where the water was down here. You couldn't get down, so yeah, it's a bit hard to really assess things until I can actually get across, whenever that may be. It's not going to be today, and probably not tomorrow. You can kind of get an indication of where the water has flowed by looking at the grass. So it's definitely come right up at some point. I'm not seeing any indication it's gone through the encampment right now. So that's good. That means there's a chance that we actually survived this. Which I wasn't expecting, because for a good while it really did look like this could be the end, but might just be okay. I think we're looking okay. It might not have actually breached the encampment. I reckon we've got unlucky. But I won't make any judgments just yet till I can actually get across and take a look. Alright, so I've been busy trying to assess how the encampment signs on the tree came down, and I think I've managed to kind of see where it went wrong. A tree branch has fallen, and I'd say it's knocked them out with it, but there may be a chance they're still there and I can actually salvage it. If the water didn't quite break the bank and go over the top, there is a chance I can salvage it, or maybe even the branch that hit it and knocked it down has pinned them to the ground. So the branch is still there, which has me hopeful I may be able to actually retrieve these signs, which I really hope so, because they're one of the very original pieces of this whole encampment and hold a lot of history of this place. It'd be such a shame to lose them. So I'm really hoping that by some miracle we can get them back and put them back up in all their glory. So it's just a matter of waiting for the encampments to be accessible again. Honestly, I also think I saw some blue with the storage tent indicating it's still there, so that's also good to know as well. It really does look like we're going to come out on top of this. We really beat Alfred, although I think Alfred got a bit angry because everyone mocking him for so long. He decided, nah, I ain't holding back on you guys, and you tried to destroy us all. But it looks like we may just prevail. Some good logs here. What I'm going to do is actually go repair the flood tent now, really get my little base of operations back up and running again, just so I have a little somewhere to hole up while I wait for the waters to drop back down. It is starting to rain again now, but I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. It should just be some light rain. Let's hope so at least. Either way, I'm going to repair what I can right now, and it's just waiting for these waters to drop and hopefully not come back up. Yeah, these waters are definitely dropping alright. Looks like we're going to be alright. Can't wait to get back across and see what's happened. It feels good to be sitting back in here again. While it does smell quite a bit, I'll take that, because I didn't think I'd be sitting back in this tent at all. But it held up well, actually. This thing was well and truly submerged in the water, and it's held its own. And so is the flood tent too, which somehow managed to survive getting completely submerged. Now, Well, everything does look all fine at the moment, and it seems we've survived the flood. What worries me is what trees have fallen, because I already know some big stuff has come down, and if it's too big, I'm not going to be able to move it or do anything, so I've just got to hope that nothing massive have fallen on anything important. So we're not quite out of the clear yet, even with these floodwaters subsiding, so we just have to wait and see. We will just have to wait and see. I mean, to be fair, I found some blue sky out this morning, so that's a good sign. That's always a good sign, so hopefully we don't have to wait too much longer. Alright, back down again, a few hours later now. Water has definitely subsided that bit more. Things are starting to become that bit more visible, but yeah, we've still got quite the wait before we can even think about crossing, clearly. So, back to the good old waiting. See this area here, the gate started to come up a bit more. We've got the chair there, survive, you can see the chain up the back, and then of course, flood tent 2. Just holding on there, managed to survive. As for the rest of the encampment, it's all starting to become visible, but yeah, any damage is going to be impossible to see until we can cross. So I just heard like this really weird screech noise from the other side of the creek. I don't know quite what that would be, so that's nice. You can see obviously how the water's all flown through, everything's just pushed back. There's an entire pine tree uprooted down there. It's incredible, the force that would have come up here. If I was down here when the water was right up, it'd be about here on me, just above my waist. And it's crazy to think that the flood tent managed to pull through that and survive. Dining tent, one of the corners, has come loose, but that's fixable. And the door is still slowly making its way back into the beautiful light of day. Just look at all these pushed back. It's definitely that after flood smell lingering in the air, but we survived. Now it's just a matter of waiting. It's all a waiting game now. I can barely walk because I've stuffed something. I've got something up my toe. There's like a piece of wood lodged right up it. Got to sort that out. Cut my other foot, and I can't bend my right knee because for some reason it hurts really bad and has been getting worse these past days. So that's great. Can't really do anything about that when you flooded in though. So we're just gonna suffer. But yeah, it looks like at least down here is all gonna be okay. Hopefully. I feel like I'm repeating myself. We'll see what happens as this water drains away. I believe the destruction ends here. King Toast's tent and the paranormal tent seem to be the only ones untouched by this disaster. I'm not gonna lie, this is not what I expected. This is easily 100 times worse than the end of 2023 floods. There's just, the encampment's been all spread out through the bush. I don't know what's missing yet. I don't know, I had a lot of stuff. I don't know which parts are missing and which aren't. Moving forwards, I'm still trying to figure out what happens. It's not going to be easy going forwards from this. This is 10 times worse than it looked from the other side of the creek. And yeah, there's a lot of trees that have come down that just aren't going to be able to be moved. I don't know where to go from here. I'm going to be honest. I said at the start of this whole thing that there's a chance this could be it. I may not be able to recover, and as of right now, I'm still deciding on how that could play out. A lot of, pretty much everything has been washed away. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, I won't lie. I don't know where things are left. I don't know where I go moving forwards. But I'm not going to make that decision this episode. I think I'm going to take some time to process this off camera and then decide where I'm going next from the next episode on. I think I just need some time to kind of process what's happened, because I thought things were kind of okay, because across the creek it didn't seem like anything bad had happened, but this is horrible. You can see that the water's reached as far up here as the fire break. It's just a real mess. I ain't gonna lie, this is a little funny. The centerpiece for the season 2 encampment's over here. It's completely untouched. All the dirt's still in it. In fact, it's growing better than ever. Okay, that's a little funny. I will say that is a little funny. Everything else is not, but that's a little funny. Probably because I'm not really using this area anymore, but it has been completely obliterated. A massive tree has just come down and torn it to shreds. Guess it's a good thing I finished season 2 when I did. Alright, I believe I'm going to end things off here for today. Obviously this isn't good, none of this is great, and whether I can pull back and recover from this, I still don't know. I really don't know where I'm going to go from here, guys. This is a lot worse than I anticipated. Pretty much everything's destroyed. So I'm going to take some time, I'm going to just process what's happened and figure out my next move. At least I got the encampment signs back. I'm happy about that. I don't know how they didn't wash away and all this has happened. That makes no sense to me, but I'm not complaining. Obviously this kind of sucks to see after the 2 years of hard work I've put in, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess to kind of leave on a semi-hopeful note, all of the tents are still up. They haven't been destroyed for the most part, apart from the side tent here, and I guess the year's tent, but everything for the most part is still standing. So I guess that's better than nothing. That's better than it all getting swept away. I'm guess we're just gonna have to try, look for any sort of positive here. Anything we can. The signs, we got those back. The tents are still standing for the most part. None of the big branches didn't hit them, which is a miracle. But where I go from here, I'm still unsure. So, see what happens. I guess follow along if you want to know. And I'll end it here, guys. Cyclone Alfred. Easily the worst disaster the bushes ever faced.